I don't blow fire out of my pussy anymore. Like, I totally quit doing that for health reasons. My gynecologist told me a lot of reasons why I needed to quit. Like, I was starting to get cysts. I used to have to get this bottle cap, get a nail and hammer it through so there'd be a little hole. Oh, I have a bottle of butane I can show you. I put it at the end, and I used to shove it in my pussy and shoot fire out, and it would be like a 5 to 8 foot flame. I would do like a whole set of music, and then at the very end of the set, blow fire in my pussy. It's called Pussy Flambe. Basically, I just, well, and then just insert it, and you gotta be at, if you're aiming down, it kind of sucks back up, and that's how you blow your pussy up. But if you aim at 90 degrees or above, 90 degrees is perfect, because then you get the right flow of the fuel, and yeah, you just, let's see, do you have a lighter? It's so fun to do this. And then you just shoot it out, and then I would do it so that I would like sing some songs. I would, you know, do the music first. It looks cool when you aim low though, but this is where you fuck shit up. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I shouldn't be telling people how to do it. But yeah, I kind of spread that I was doing that, and I ended up having some really good shows. It was definitely a crowd pleaser. I had one show at the old Lenny's when Lenny still worked there. The top like just started to light, and like this thing started to melt, and all this shit started coming out of here, and then I felt like I felt heat, and it felt like an icicle was stabbing me in like on my vagina walls, and it went and I was like, what the fuck is that? This is not normal. So I pulled it out. I was like, and it went pop, because I pulled it out so fast, and I threw it, and before it even hit the ground, it blew up. And the people that came to see us play got that as a treat. You know, that was a little bonus. I started after that to test them. And I'd light it first, see if there was any icicle stabs in my vag, which there wasn't usually, but occasionally there was. And I decided, yeah, fuck Hate City, I'm not doing this shit anymore here.
Well, I remember one time, like, me and Jared, like, we were hanging out. We wanted to put out a record. We've been sitting out our recordings to many labels, and nobody would get back to us. And then one night, me and Jared went out and got really drunk, and, like, we pissed off some skinheads, and they, like, beat us down. So, like, the next day, we were all, like, hungover and, like, screwed up and, like, sore, and I took him to work. We were like, our equilibriums were like all thrown off from being like hit in the head and like throwing up and stuff. And I dropped him off at work, and I was driving back, and I was like a little out of it. And all of a sudden this guy pulled out, like a valet boy at a hotel, like pulled out and hit my car. And so I guess it would end up being his fault. So they paid me like $500 for my car damages. And I remember like we put like most of that money to putting out a 7-inch.
So that's what started Die Slaughterhouse, was that first Black Lips 7-inch, which was a self-release. And so then from there, basically, you know, we had one record out, and me and Ben, the original guitarist from the Black Lips, kind of got together and were like, hey, this was really fucking easy to do. Like we're buddies with the Carbonas and the Lids. Like, let's see if they want to put a record out too, and we'll like get everything together, and started putting out friends bands and stuff. And so me and Ben were really working together to get the label into, you know, from just like his band's self-release into an actual working record label. And around that time, he was in a car accident on 400, and the drunk driver going the wrong way on the highway slammed right into him, and he died from that. And so that was like really like a huge turning point where we were all just kind of like sitting back and just having fun, and just like, oh, this is cool, you know. And it just kind of like hit home, and it was like, wow, like, you know, this could all end at any second. Like, we need to make the most of what we got, and it kind of like kicked it up to the next level. So basically, this is the bulk of my inventory right now. These are boxes of 7 inches that have been assembled and put together with sleeves, and then I've got just the raw records and more raw records. Got shelves of, this is mostly t-shirts and supplies. I don't even know what's in here. Alright, this is the coat hanger 7-inch right here, and it's got them all packed up and ready to go. And essentially what happens is so when I get an order, usually it's coming off of my webpage, and I'll print out a packing slip. Here's a print off the packing slip and look at it and say, okay, I gotta have the Gay Blade 7-inch and a medium t-shirt. So I'll come over here and say, okay, here's the Gay Blade 7-inch, and pull it out. And shipping a 7-inch, pull out one of these, pull out the 7-inch, wrap it up, stamp the address on the front, and mail it out. All pretty simple. It's, before actually back in the day, I didn't even bother buying the mailers. I would actually, I worked at a bar, so they had all kinds of beer boxes that just got thrown away at the end of the night, and I would just take the beer boxes home, cut them up to the right size, fold them, put the records folded up in the beer boxes, stuff it in an envelope, slap the address on the front, and ship it out like that. And I've never had a complaint from anyone saying like, hey, this is wrapped like shit and my record broke in the mail. So I just went with that for a number of years. What I do is I get calls or emails or whatever from record stores saying like, hey, I want to pick up this record, and usually it's not just one, it's like a whole 5 of this and 10 of that and 3 of this, and just like down the list of what I've got in stock. And generally when I'm selling stuff in bulk, I have a discounted price for the retailer that's like $1 or $2 less than what it would be for someone buying just one single record. Different record stores scattered mostly throughout the US, a couple in Germany or Spain, Netherlands, that'll order from me pretty regularly. Every couple of months they'll say, hey, here's a list of what I'm out of, and when can you send it to me? But in addition to that, I've got a couple of distributors. I'm actually signed up with Revolver right now. They usually, when I put something out, they'll buy a good 40 or 50. And what Revolver does is they buy mass amounts of records from the labels. They buy records from everybody. And then when a record store comes around and they say, I want this one and this one and this one from this label, and then I want these 5 from that label and these 2 from another label, rather than go to each label and sort out the costs and shipping and all that, they'll just go straight to Revolver and say, here's my list of everything that I need, and just buy it all from one place and consolidate all the paperwork and all that. I really have no idea how many record stores I'm in, because there's the people who order straight from me, and there's the people who order from other distributors who order from me. So I don't know, it could be 50, it could be 100. There's no telling.